Hey y'all, what's up? I'm Mimi, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is one of your daily collective messages. Like, and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you so very much to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment. It is always and forever going to be loved and appreciated. God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, cosmic guides, all beings of the highest and purest white light with the best interest of me and the collective at heart only. You are always and forever welcome into my readings, okay? Please give my wonderful, fabulous, and amazing Piscean Seer family the best and most accurate information for them at this time. Hello, my beautiful lovers, okay? Welcome to any new subscribers. Welcome back to my beautiful subscribers who are already here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you guys so very much, okay? Thanks for all that you guys do. You are truly loved and appreciated, okay? So, this is an Archangel Metatron reading. I have notes, but nothing I really need to Google, okay? So somebody drives a red, white, or a blue Tesla, okay? I was seeing Teslas everywhere when I was out and getting these channeled messages from Spirit, okay? I seen about 100 Teslas, but mostly they were red, white, or blue Teslas, okay? So somebody could be a truck driver, okay? Somebody could be born in 1993, okay? But before I push record, I was getting more like 1986 to like 1999, you know? So, what are you helping them with at this time? I feel like Archangel Metatron's working with you on improving certain things, on some spiritual growth at this time with the House 9 right here at the bottom of the deck. So what is it? I feel like you need to be very curious, okay? Paying much attention to the thoughts and nudges and ideas and things that you get at this time, because they are like arrows pointing to the replenishment of certain parts of your energy at this time, okay? Yeah, lots of evidence coming from Spirit, okay? Helping you to unlock more of your creative expression and figuring out like the best way that you can give your service, or exactly what service it is that you need to give, okay? We got intuitive walking right here and clairsentience sticking out under here, so definitely helping to improve your solar plexus chakra at this time, okay? Helping to improve your confidence, to improve the power of your will and the way that you follow your gut when it comes to what your angels are guiding you toward. But what is the main thing? Okay, we got 2, 3. I need one. So symbols, okay? Teaching you a lot about symbols. Look into different symbols and signs that you see. You know, if you see anchors or certain kinds of birds, rainbows, butterflies, stars. There's so many different spiritual messages that you can get from stars, because they have so many different kinds of stars, okay? Including like actual cosmic stars, okay? I'm gonna look into that a little bit for you. But also helping you to connect with your breath, doing more breathing exercises, okay? More meditation if you're not already doing a lot of meditation, okay? And then we got the medium's toolbox. So helping you to realize that every experience that you have, every talent that you have, every creative way that you express yourself, it all says something. It tells such a beautiful story about you and who you are and what you have to offer to the world. It all unlocks a little piece of you that's very important that you see, okay? Metatron's wanting you to see yourself as the star, as this beautiful energy who deserves every single thing that you get, you know? First of all, stars. Let me see. Okay, so I'm hearing, because I couldn't figure out what to Google, I'm hearing 5, 6, and 7-point stars. So it says a 5-point star or a pentagram is often associated with protection and magic, while a 6-point star or a hexagram is most commonly recognized as the Star of David, representing Judaism. But also the star is overlapping triangles, okay? The triangle is a very significant shape, okay? I'm gonna look at the triangle next, but the 7 point star can symbolize spiritual completeness or the seven gifts of the Holy Spirit, okay? What are the seven gifts of the Holy Spirit? I think this is significant also, the way that I'm like hearing different things and like just going with my gut, following the way that he's guiding me in order to get to the information that you need. You need to do this too a lot in your own life, okay? So, the seven gifts of the Holy Spirit are wisdom, understanding, counsel, fortitude, piety, and fear of the Lord. The highest gift, which is wisdom, helps us value what we believe through faith. It helps us make choices based on our faith and virtues. It says understanding helps us see wonders of faith and to penetrate profound truths. It improves our spiritual vision. Counsel, also known as the gift of right judgment, okay, um, helps us to discern between right and wrong. And this judgment was catching my attention, but I really didn't understand why yet. I feel like when it comes to judgment, you're doing it differently. Like the way that you judge yourself, the way that you judge other people in your life, the way that you judge whatever decisions and choices that you make. This is something that has improved, or that Metatron is helping you to improve in a major way with this death energy. There's definitely a new beginning and a lot of passionate movement forward with the Knight of Wands toward your divine journey, or what it is that you're meant to have toward this beautiful new big passionate beginning that you have going on in your life. Fortitude is the next one, okay? Fortitude, also known as the gift of courage, helps us to stand up for God and his truths, okay? Piety helps us develop filial respect for God and generous love and loving obedience toward the teaching and commandments, okay? It says, fear of the Lord helps us not to offend God and gives us the certainty that God will supply us the grace that we need. So these are all the things that Metatron is helping you with, helping to turn you into a 7 point star, or helping you to take on the seven gifts of the Holy Spirit and learning how to use them for the betterment of yourself and others. What does this say? It says the seven gifts of the Holy Spirit are an enumeration of seven spiritual gifts first found in the book of Isaiah. And that's so funny because I've been planning on reading Isaiah. I have it like on my watch list on YouTube to listen to it and like follow along with it. So maybe that's something that you could stand to read too. When we read these different parts of the Bible, we actually get a lot of light codes, okay? So follow also whatever verses or books you may be called to read at this time. And that is not only, limited to the Bible. You can read whatever literature or whatever videos or anything that catches your attention. All of these things hold a little bit of this energy in it, a little bit of wisdom and understanding and counsel from the divine, okay? All in the name of increasing your fortitude and your piety and helping you to understand your relationship with God, okay? And I was going to tell you about the triangle. Oh man, I love when they be moving like this, okay? So the triangle has many meanings, including the Holy Trinity, balance, and strength, okay? So the Holy Trinity, of course, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, mind, body, and spirit, the interconnectedness of these three aspects of life, and that's what the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit represent, right? And interconnectedness of all of these beautiful energies within us, and just exactly how they really truly do work with God or with the divine. Past, present, and future, the continuum of time and our connection to our history. Or in this case, I'm getting more of like a better understanding of time and how past, present, and future all flow together in this beautiful, effortless balance. Um, The earth, the sky, and the sea is also represented by the triangle, okay? The balance of nature's elements is what the earth, sky, and the sea represent. Power, courage, and wisdom, a triad of virtues and esoteric traditions, you know? So, let's see. What is it? What else? I was gonna say something, but he stopped me. So let's get into what are you helping them with? Clairsentience, of course, okay, because it already came out. So, and then also psychic touch. Be very careful what you're touching, who you're touching. I think you get a lot of information from the things that you hold, and working with crystals could be a very powerful thing for you because you're able to like really truly understand a crystal, to understand it and the energy that it offers, the energy that it carries, okay? Which makes me want to pull out the crystal book for you. It's been a while. Let me see what he has to say out of this. Like I said, he's moving very randomly at this time, okay? I'm gonna read this card to you first though. So it says clairsentience is the most natural of all the psychic senses. It is the ability to sense the emotions or feelings of other people, animals, and your surroundings, as well as spirit people. Don't underestimate the power of clairsentience. It can assist you in all areas of your life and enhance your connection with spirit. Our bodies act as one big psychic antenna. When meeting someone for the first time, most of us have a gut response, or when walking into a room, it's possible to feel vibrations. When a medium is working and using their ability of clairsentience, they're able to feel and sense the spirit's energy, whether it's male, female, young, or old, and the nature of the illness that might have taken the spirit to the other side. The medium should be able to describe the spirit's personality and their mannerisms, and in some cases, take on the characteristics of the spirit. This is the most common way most mediums work, and there is no limits to what the spirit can make the medium sense. Clairsentience is felt through the solar plexus center. You can strengthen this ability by practicing daily. Focus on your solar plexus center and ask yourself what you're feeling. Be sure to do this when meeting someone new or making an important decision. When you start asking how you're feeling, tuning into your solar plexus and paying attention, this psychic ability will strengthen and grow. You know, and the partnership cards with this are blending with spirit and the invisible shield, you know. So in order to like use your gifts effortlessly or to use them without a whole lot of worry or doubt, you have to really believe in your invisible shield, in your protection. And be able to really truly blend and merge with spirit and not worry so much about other people being able to affect your gifts or being able to affect what it is that you have to say or what it is that you're truly feeling in your gut. Getting to a place where you trust your gut over everything that's going on. Can you close that? Because that TV loud. So we got Jasper right here. Red Jasper, that's what we opening up to, which talks about physical strength, vitality, and stabilization of one's energies. And so, you know, the solar plexus definitely makes me think about grounding, but this Red Jasper talks about the root and the sacral chakra. I feel like you've done a lot of healing to your root and your sacral, and now that's why the solar plexus is like the center of what your spirit team is focusing on or what your angelic guides are focusing on with you at this time. This affirmation says, my mind is attuned to the realm of spirit and I discern the truth it reveals, okay? And you need your solar plexus in order to discern any and all truth that is thrown at you, and this is why it's being increased, okay? It says, what's catching my attention? Such stabilization can lead to good health, balanced emotions, truthful expression, and just actions. This stone has a kind of down to earth nobility that simply rubs off on the owner, okay? Red Jasper does its work gradually, but it offers the advantage that the gains one makes are more permanent than those achieved with different stones or methods, you know? So it's like the gains that you're about to experience in life are going to be a lot more permanent because you are in a place of right judgment where you see clearly, where you're really truly spiritually growing and you're grounded in your decisions that you're making, and I really, it caught my attention at the beginning of the reading. This is red jasper, okay, and this is red jasper too, right here on the right side, the masculine side, the side of you that makes decisions, that makes action, the more dominant side of you being very grounded and trusting in like the spiritual energy that's on this side with the Lumerian seed quartz and the clear quartz, um, a more grounded approach to your spiritual journey is what Metatron is bringing into you at this time. It says the frequency of red jasper opens and stimulates the base chakra and the energetic kundalini serpent that dwells at the base of the spine. The rising of this serpentine energy up the spine is a powerful spiritual experience as it activates, clears, and strengthens each of the chakras and levels of the energetic body, okay? So I feel like this could be the spot where you're at in your kundalini rising. You could be at the spot where your kundalini is rising, has risen to your solar plexus and is kind of working, that serpentine energy is working through, any lack of confidence or any worries or any fears or any problems that you have when it comes to following your gut or following your true divine inspirations and advice that you're receiving from your angelic team at this time, okay? So the affirmation says, my vitality, emotional balance, and personal integrity. What? It says my physical vitality, emotional balance, and personal integrity and enjoyment of life grow ever stronger, okay? So that's what's going on with you. You're growing ever stronger at this time through this spiritual growth that you are experiencing, okay? So how are you helping them to do that? We got the two that we need. We got air, okay? With open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning, So Metatron is helping you to do all of these improvements through your mind, through the way that you think. You could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? But you don't necessarily have to be. You also could have air highly aspected in your chart. But I think it's just like I said, it's more about the mind. You open your mind, you being, open to learning and open to new experiences, especially when it comes to with house 7, your profound relationships, doing a lot of like understanding your family wounds and how you are when you're going into a relationship or when you're meeting new partners, or all of these different things. You could be reflecting on like past relationships and a lot of ways that things have gone down in the past, and this could be very emotional for you because this is something very powerful that's happening in your energy at this time, but it is in the name of your growth and expansion. So really embrace this and don't be afraid of it. Don't shy away from it. Just go with the flow and do what it is that Metatron is helping you to do, okay? So what things are they healing in their solar plexus and profound relationships? Okay, so we got the 8 of Cups, okay? So maybe healing from certain wounds that you have when it comes to walking away from people, clearing up old ways of thinking and outdated ways of thinking when it comes to people that you've been in relationships with before, certain wounds and things like that, in order for things to flow easier in your life. I think maybe there were a few things that you were still torn about, certain situations where you didn't get full explanations, and you still kind of have that wonder in the back of your mind, like, was it me or was it them, But the truth of the matter, he's saying, is it was both of you. It was you, and it was the other people that you were in these relationships with that you were learning lessons about, So Don't try to look for somewhere to place the blame. Acceptance is the key, okay? Acceptance is the key. Acceptance gives me wings, okay? We got the Six of Swords. You're going into a place of calmer water, but there's a lot of things that you still need to accept about yourself and about others. You need to see yourself as this beautiful, loving, compassionate type of energy that you are, as this very fertile emperor or empress type of energy at all times, because this is who you are, this is what you offer, this is what you carry. And Metatron is helping you to build that confidence in yourself in that way. What else? We got the Two of Wands, okay? So, helping you to make better choices. Like, that's all that these past experiences were. They were teaching you how to properly make better choices and how to make up your mind about who you are and what you have to offer and what beauty it is that you carry. And I think a lot of that is still being uncovered within you, whether you recognize it or not. Yeah, we got the Six of Wands, okay? Bringing a lot of things to your attention at this time so that you can see yourself in a much more beautiful and higher light, and you can carry a lot more confidence. Also, sending you a lot of very physical signs in order for you to really truly believe your channeled messages and for you to really truly believe the nudges and the psychic impressions that you get, because sometimes that's a really hard step for certain people, right? You can tell them they're psychic all day long, but before they master the elements, they don't believe that. They're still in a place of judgment when it comes to themselves. They're refusing to do the integration or to come into oneness or to come into wholeness because it can seem like a scary thing, and it's something that you get judged for a lot by the people on the outside of you. But you are meant to be this master of the elements, meant to master your earth, air, fire, water, but also your spiritual energies that you carry very naturally within you. So don't be afraid, like he said already, you know. What's the Eight of Cups and the Two of Swords? Excuse me. But also, this Two of Swords, while I'm looking at it, is with these sunglasses, you know, she looks so cool, you know. So it's giving me this energy of, even when things are confusing, or even when you don't really understand why Spirit's moving the way that they're moving, or why they're telling you to do what it is they're telling you to do, you are still keeping your cool and still staying relaxed and being in that Six of Swords calm type of energy, you know, being able to get over things that seem to be a bother or a worry or an issue very quickly, okay? We got choose a new direction with Eight of Cups and Two of Swords, you know, and this is exactly what you have already done. You've already chosen the direction in which you want to walk, you know? So don't feel like you could also be thinking about choosing a new direction now, you know? Like maybe you feel like this spiritual journey is too hard, or you know, why would God make something this hard for me, or you know, some people could be in that frame of mind, you know, but it's like it's hard for a good reason. When you go through these hard things, you learn these hard lessons, and I promise you, babe, you come to a much more beautiful and stable and balanced place. And that's where Metatron is really trying to get you to, especially in your mind. The Two of Swords and the Queen of Cups says we got weight, okay? So, like, even though things might seem confusing or you might not understand, you know, just wait on it. Just continue to do this beautiful emotional work that you're doing with yourself. Continue to pour this love and compassion into yourself, and things will become a lot more clear. Then you will feel the fertile energy that you've already stepped into just by taking the steps toward healing, you know? What's the Queen of Cups and the Empress? We got it's up to you, okay? Because at the end of the day, it's all up to you just how fertile you want to be, right? How much healing are you willing to do? How far are you willing to go with God in order to give him the time to show you exactly why you were doing all of this? Because if you give up too quick, you don't get to see the beauty that God was offering you, right? You get a taste of it on the way there so that you can, you know, stay motivated and continue to do what it is that you need to do for yourself and others. Because, you know, we always doing it for ourselves, but we're definitely doing it for others too, you know. But I was saying it's all about your choices and your decision not to give up on yourself or to give up on your journey just because it gets a little hard or it gets a little confusing, and really believing that you have the answer in your gut at all times. Okay, what's the Empress and the Two of Wands? There's something better, you know. And I feel like that's the biggest thing that your gut has been telling you at this time, you know, your intuition screaming like, don't give up, keep going. There's so much better. There's so much reward that can come from this beautiful hard work that you've been putting in. Your spirit team really having your back and really pushing you through this thing and making sure that you follow through. And I feel like you're very determined to do just that. But on the there, but we're human, right? You know, we're spiritual and we're magical and all of that. But at the end of the day, we're human. And sometimes when your humanness gets to kicking in and kicking your ass, you kind of feel like it's something that you need to pull away from, or something that you really don't want to deal with. You know, you kind of like to be more in your head, and that's why he was talking about the grounded actions. You know, you have to ground all that spiritual energy, and the only way to be able to do that is to make sure that all of your chakras are clear and there's a clear place and understanding for that stuff to go. You know, like it has to go to a place of understanding in order for you to really root and ground that energy, to ground not only the negative energy that comes from those feelings, but the light energy of you healing and understanding why you felt the feelings in the first place. So you getting very deep with yourself, very real about your emotions and the way that you think is what Metatron is helping you with. What's the Two of Wands and the Six of Wands? We got don't stop, okay? So don't stop. That's what he's saying. Don't give up on yourself. You're much more close to the outcome than you think you are. And stop thinking about it like there's some sort of final outcome. This entire life is a life of learning, a life of understanding. The whole thing is a journey. It doesn't stop. And it doesn't even stop after you leave here. When you're a soul without a vessel, there are still many lessons to learn and many things to understand about yourself. Much reflection that, you know, even the angels do, is what he's saying. The angels even reflect on different things and observe people as they help people. And they learn lessons just like we do, you know. We're all in this school under the Most High God, you know. So just know you're a lot more ready than you think. And it's just very important that you communicate clearly with your angels and guides so that they can help bring you to this time of resolution, you know. But I almost said revelation, you know. And you might even feel like now's not the right time, or you just don't have the time to be, you know, in your feelings or in your emotions. But it's just very important that you go ahead and deal with whatever comes up. Deal with it then. You know, if you like, I be using my pendulum, you know, I be like reading myself sometimes. I did some shadow work just this morning because there were some feelings that boiled up for me specifically around relationships, you know. And so I find it so funny how the readings always resonate right with me sometimes where I'm at, you know. And that's where I'm at too. Them making very clear to me in why do I have to walk away from certain things, and why did I get so attached to that thing in the first place, and what wounds is this feeling of attachment connected to, and really giving me a clear explanation and a clear understanding of where I'm at emotionally so that I can show up for you guys, like I said, doing the healing for yourself and others. What's choose a new direction and wait? It says, this is Bushi, okay? This is Bushi. He's so cute, huh? So it says, learn to deal with the bullshit, okay? It's everywhere. Just remember, what other people say and do is a reflection of them, not you. Don't take things too personally, you know? And that's exactly what I was doing in this very last, like, emotional thing that Spirit was bringing to my attention. And it was heavy on my heart. And I didn't even realize it until after I got into the shadow work, and I started crying and really feeling that hurt or that pain that was in my heart, you know? And it's like, you could have the tendency to get too attached, too emotionally attached, or too emotionally invested in certain things, and then hold yourself back because you really don't understand this cycle that you're in. A lot of people have these hurts and pains that they don't understand, and they don't dig deeper and take that time to really understand it, so it becomes something that is kind of a hit to their confidence, right? That feeling of, well, why do I always have to deal with the bullshit? You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, am I doing something? You know, like, am I under judgment? Like, did I do something wrong? Did I offend somebody? You know, like, that's kind of where I always go to. You know, I always think like it's my fault first. And that's kind of a good quality because it keeps me from like pointing the finger on the outside of me and blaming others for what I feel. But sometimes it's kind of an attack on myself to the point where spirit is helping to protect me from my own self, from my own thoughts, from my own feelings that I don't see yet, you know? So it makes it harder for them to focus on my passionate movement forward because I'm kind of holding myself back emotionally with this bullshit that I've yet to deal with, right? So it's the same thing for you. It's very important. What's wait and it's up to you. We got the truth. The truth effing sucks and life is full of disappointment sometimes. Your world can always shatter by uncovering a big steaming pile of shit you would you would have rather left unfucked with. But don't let that shit stick to you. Nobody goes through life without it. If it won't matter in 5 years, then fuck it. Grab a stick, swipe that shit off, then turn it into fertilizer, okay? You badass mofo. Like, you're amazing. And yes, sometimes in life shit happens that sucks and it brings a disappointed type of feeling, but it doesn't have to. If you can face it and you can understand it, you can understand why you moved the way you moved and why the other people in the situation moved the way that they moved, then you can still maintain your confidence and you're making a choice that's much more positive than stewing over the bullshit and getting caught up on that and letting your confidence take a hit because you feel like you're less than, or there's something more you should have done, or some other way you should have reacted in life, you know? I feel like you have the tendency to be very hard on yourself, and that also affects your confidence. And this is what Metatron is helping you to heal. What's it's up to you, and there's something better. We got, you are a motherfucking conqueror, okay? So, it says life is going to get hard sometimes, so get your fucking shit together and stand the fuck up. You are a fucking volcano, not a damn anthill. Anthills get walked on and crushed. Volcanoes conquer cities and build islands out of ashes. Nobody fucks with volcanoes, and nobody fucks with you either. Especially when you're in a healed and powerful place and you have confidence about your life and everything that you've been through. When you understand you was never a fuck up and you were doing exactly what it is that you needed to do to become the conqueror that you are, so that other people can benefit from what it is that you've learned about yourself, that's when you go to that highest level. That's when you're walking in the energy of your highest self. So it says, today's earth rotation is dedicated to your fucking fine self. Just remember, without you, this world ain't fucking moving, baby. And I seen 3:33 on the clock, you know. You are a master, a beautiful, powerful, divine, higher energy. And Metatron is helping you to see yourself that way. Yeah, some days good, some days shit, you know. That's the nature of this life, because we need balance. Everything is not always going to feel like the best. But guess what? Even the days that are shit are good days, because you're alive. There are many things to be grateful for. And it takes a simple look inward in order to improve that day into a day that's good. So helping to boost your morale, you know, helping to get you to a place where you're much more positive, but also to a place where you're not beating yourself up, you know, because you don't feel positive that day, or because you don't feel like dealing with the bullshit. It's okay, like, to just be you. If you want to cuss or if you want to do what it is that you want to do, as long as you're not bringing harm to yourself or others, you good. Do what it is that you do. What's learn to deal with the bullshit, and we got alchemist, okay? You are an alchemist at the end of the day. You here to deal with the bullshit, okay? You here to deal with this bullshit, to transmute that shit and turn it into gold. It says the light attribute says transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. That is what you're here for. Sometimes the bullshit is the most important part of the journey. The darkness, the shit days, those are the days that turn into the most beautiful wisdom that you have to spread out to the world. So please don't ever forget that. I know you've had to deal with a lot of people in the past who have misused your power and your knowledge in order to advance themselves in life, and in some cases to advance their own spiritual practices in their life, But that time is over. No one's going to be able to take advantage of you in that way, right? Because I already said you've healed your root chakra and you've healed your sacral chakra so much that your kundalini has risen to your solar plexus chakra. You are ascending in every moment of every day. Even when you feel like you just sitting there doing nothing, you're never doing nothing. There's always something to learn. You're always absorbing wisdom. We got the beggar, okay? So it says confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, okay? Awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. This is what you're doing at this time. So like I said, yes, there's going to be shit days and there's going to be good days. But it's all about your perspective. It's all about the way that you get back up. It's all about the way that you keep going. Because you're no longer dependent on others, You're really, truly putting in the effort. And that's much harder than taking from other people, okay? We got the vampire. You're definitely have some vampires around, who are trying to deplete you and your energy. They could be chronic complainers, or they can still be in this codependent energy. But you're very aware of the people and situations that have the ability to drain your life force. And Metatron is just saying that maybe you need to make better choices when it does come to dealing with certain vampires on the outside of you. Like maybe you have some sort of attachment wound still that has to do with your confidence, and in your profound relationships that you've been through. That's a really big thing that you need to heal in the solar plexus. Okay? Because I think in the past, it's like you knew people were vampires. You knew that they were just trying to use you for what you had, but you were happy to have people around, and you could be like, really open, a real big sharer, like you're not stingy or selfish. When it comes to the things that you have in life, you're not too attached to the physical things. You don't mind giving people some of what you have. But I think that you got to a place where you were giving too much and you got drained almost to death, and nobody did give a shit. So it's time for you to uphold your own wealth, your own worth, and do this work within yourself, to yourself, so that you can get to the next place. Yeah, right here with the Ace of Wands at the bottom of this deck that I'm going to use, and the Ten of Cups under that, You're being catapulted forward at this time. And it might seem like things are upside down because the moon's kind of, down here. It might seem that things are all upside down and that you really can't understand your intuition. But your intuition is like under construction, okay? It's being improved. And the only way for you to really truly ensure that it gets improved to the place where it needs to be is for you to make the choice to pay attention to it, to focus on it, and focus on the wounds and things that your angels need you to heal at this time. Because avoiding this work is only going to lead to like more unsurety and more confusion. And that's just what you don't need, okay? What's the alchemist and the beggar? We got the Queen of Swords, okay? So sharpening the mind, right? sharpening the mind in a way where you're protecting yourself, you're protecting your energy, you're very confident about what you think and the decisions that you make, but also you ain't taking no shit and you ain't finna play no games with no one who wants to play games with your mind or suck out your energy in that way. This is what the star does. And look at all these points on the star, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me see if there's a 10-point star. It's 11:11, okay? So, baby, your intuition is going to a whole nother level at this time. Yeah. So, it says the 10-point star. This can reflect the union of opposites, okay? Or you coming into oneness or wholeness. As point up and point down pentagrams can each have their own meanings, but the pentagram represents earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, right? So if the 10-point star is two pentagrams together, it's your earth, air, fire, water, and spirit elements within yourself, you coming into wholeness, coming into the mastery of self, and therefore coming into this beautiful merging or this beautiful connection with the divine. That is what the star does. And the star moves forward with that energy, with that strength, knowing that nothing could ever stop them, even if they have to do it alone. But the more healing that you do, the more comfortable you become with doing it alone, right? Because you know you're never alone. So it also it says that a 10-point star, also called a decagram, can generally symbolize the concept of completeness or perfection, okay? In spirituality, often associated with the 10 Sephirot, on the Kabbalah tree of life, representing different aspects of divine consciousness across various spiritual traditions. It can also signify the 10 disciples of Yeshua in some interpretations, okay? Divine wholeness, spiritual attainment. This is where Metatron wants you to be at. So we're gonna keep this star right here, because this is the outcome of this beautiful hard work that you're putting in. Completeness, wholeness across any and all religions or spiritual beliefs, okay? You completely in wholeness and having the spiritual attainment at all times and in all situations. Just on demand, on call, right there in your gut within you. What's the final thought on this beautiful message, Metatron? Fall in love with your own story, okay? There's much success in this transformation that you're going through at this time. Take this time to feed your artist, okay? Find something constructive to do, baby, and do it wholeheartedly, and know that whatever you do, whatever you put your light, your energy, your power, your healing into is going to grow into something so beautiful and amazing. Right now, you're focused on manifesting and doing in order to see this beautiful outcome, this merging with the divine the way you want to see it, okay? It says bliss is worth creating from, okay? And then we got integrate your knowing right here at the bottom of the deck. Excuse me. So your knowing is being increased, like I said, intuition growing, becoming more clear, being more in flow with the universe is what it says right here. It says in flow with the universe, joy, passionately creating, being on purpose, creating from your heart, finding the things that make your heart sing, manifesting more bliss by calling it into your life now. The self-care message is the minute that anchor you down, failure to really believe in your dreams, being unsure of your ability to manifest, and continuously manifesting for the future. which is all things that happen from your solar plexus. These are things that need to be healed within the solar plexus in order for you to really truly create from that place of bliss. It must be clear of these things. You must believe in your dreams and in your ability to manifest, and get to a place where your mind is so positive and you're so confident in your spiritual gifts that you can say, I want to do this or I want that. And then that thing shows up much faster than you ever thought it would. I seen 44:14, okay? So it says bliss attracts bliss. When you decide to live with bliss in your heart, you call more of the good stuff into your life. This is manifestation 101. And rather conveniently, excuse me, bliss is the end game and the vehicle to take you there. Tap into it and it can power your dreams. Find it daily and you've got a badass success strategy. Think about it. Wouldn't bliss help you to build things a lot quicker? Wouldn't your dream feel a whole lot closer and way more possible if you remembered that you had bliss on tap whenever you needed it? Do you desire a higher tolerance for risk, increased productivity to rid your system of toxins and stress? You can rewire your brain to pump out happy hormones that make it all possible. So find more joy in your life and give yourself an edge when facing challenges. If you've been working on it already, keep going. If you've been neglecting some aspect of your self-care, this card is a loving wake-up call that your creativity may be suffering because of your current mindset, mental health, physical vitality, or waning commitment to a daily practice. It's time to do the work, sweet soul, because writing your life for joyful bliss is your best success strategy, you know. So you've already chosen the best success strategy. It's just like get down and dirty and do that work and dig through that darkness and find that light, you know, so that you can be more confident as you go forward in your journey. Like, don't be afraid of anything but God. Okay, because God is the only one who can really truly wipe all of this away at any time that he pleases. So with that, my love, I'm done. Okay, I hope you have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day, that you got something that you really needed out of this. Okay, and I'll see you later, my love. Bye.